I've been arrested, you getting ready to go home. He said, no, don't go home. Go and do what y'all came down here. You went down and you addressed city council, unlike has been done in quite some time since Dr. Thrasher and whatever. Talk to us about what you saw and how the Spirit has moved you and how the Word is made flesh in these instances.
You know, basically, it's nice to be here as well, and peace be upon Farrakhan. I heard he made a terrific speech, and I'll get to that speech in a minute. Well, basically, what I saw was, you know, eventually we went there. We evidently went to the wrong place, and then they led us to room 216. Then we went across the street to another room 216, and then we came back, and then you went in the governor's office, and then we walked upstairs. The governor who direct you to room 309, and we went up there. Of course, all this running around. And I was tired, and I sat down, and I was talking to a lady who was there for a meeting, and Linda Lowe was talking, you know, had came over while we was talking, and she was telling me that I could go up to Senator Ford's office and find out where the meeting is taking place. By that time, you was coming out, and as you was coming out, these state police officers came towards you, and they asked to see your ID, and you asked them, because now, in retrospect, we showed the ID coming in the building. We were searched, so it wasn't like you was carrying a weapon or I was carrying a weapon, even though. So and then I said, well, just show them your ID, just because we need to just get on out of here, you know. But you say, well, hey, look, well, what have I done? Which you had a right to do that, you know, to ask them. In my opinion, I'm not a legal expert. And then he did ask you, well, I'm gonna ask you to leave. And then he said, okay, I have no problem with that. Then one of the officers said, well, no, let's take him down. You know, then I'm standing around there, you know, being a veteran, and, you know, seeing this take place, and I had two options. I either be cool or, you know, throw somebody over the balcony or myself be, it only takes a couple of minutes to get in a lifetime of trouble.
That's right.
You know, so the best thing for me to do was, okay, look, let me stand here and get some witnesses, because we had people around. So after they, you know, they arrested you and took you downstairs, I asked this other European, and would he be a witness? And he said, well, I saw it, but I don't want to get involved. Linda Lowe can testify to that he kind of shied away from that. And she said, well, I saw everything. And Mark, I give you my phone number. You know, and I got her phone number. And then, of course, I went downstairs to see where you were. And as I came out the steps, you was in the car, and it was taking you. And I asked the police officer who was in charge, where were you going? And that transpired that way. But as a veteran, you know, you know, I'm told to go over there and kill someone who never did anything to me. And I got people right here who disrespect me, you know, stereotype me,
profile,
you know, racial profiling, and I'm told to remain calm. But the truth is, how long can I do that and know that if I can kill a person over there, then, as Brother Stratton said a long time ago, and I told him he was correct, we was asked to go to Vietnam to kill a person who never did anything to us, but we come back to get hung and lynched and stuff. Something is internal wrong with that. You know, have we been programmed? You know, but the reality part is we have not been programmed. The reality part is that we know what we need to do. You know, but we're so divided that they try to isolate the incident, and there's no unification involved. You know, even getting back to the Minister Farrakhan, when he talked about the Shiites and the Sunni coming together, where I respect his olive leaf to try to bring peace to the Middle East, but I have to say that would never take place. Because the Bible says that it's going to be a war right there in that region. Saudi Arabia is going to be involved. Egypt is going to be involved. Matter of fact, Bush just asked the other day, or last night, for 82 more thousand troops. 82 more thousand on top of the troops that he already have gotten. We have tried to get people to be conscious objective, and then you are trying to draft a document to prove who they are. These are questions, fundamental questions, I think, that should be addressed. The preachers, and I want to go beyond them and get to the congregation, because they put up a defense mode. They're in the protect mode. And they're confused about what day Jesus rose. They say he died 3 days and rose up on the third day, so they're already confused. So I want to reach the congregation behind them and tell them that you must prepare yourself, because the word will be made flesh. You know what I'm saying? There will be a war. They will ask you to go. You will have to make your mind up what you're going to do. Muhammad Ali showed a perfect example. Yes. When you feel something is not right, what you have to do. it is our time, because we don't have much resources, as Brother Stratton say, to galvanize ourselves, to create this big economical base. But what we have is a moral judgment amongst ourselves to say, hey, we're not going to get involved. Congress aligned Bush to be a runaway train straight to hell.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And when Scooty Levy was convicted of something that was the president himself had declassified as information, so they could be leaked out.
That's right.
And so what we have here is a double standard, you know, of justice.
Discrimination.
Just discrimination. And then
racism.
At the end of Bush administration, if he survived the administration, because the Arabs and all the other countries and stuff, if you watch China, how they're moving around, if he survived, he's going to do what Nixon did to, Ford did to Nixon. He's going to pardon Scooter Libby. This is already set up. The man ain't going to do no time. And we're sitting here and we're telling our kids to be somebody in the government and the system that is so corrupt, it is not even funny anymore. That's right. You know, so I don't want to talk too long.
Well, we'll bring Dr. Thrasher in here, because when we talk about, and I can't stress this enough, Attorney Mathis is a woman of notable education, income, networks, but I will say this, and I'll say this to this community, this document did not cost a dime, and that was the way the Most High, it had to be. It was because it's much more important for it to be free to the people. Look, I know you can't understand, that's why I said it to you. And other people, when they heard that, it's like, and she, but that's the way she operates. Anyway, talk to us. Talk to us. This is a notable, and it's because of the work that we have been doing.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you seeing this Uncle Tom right here? I mean, he's kissing up. He talked about.
Am I bootlicking?
He done stopped kissing up now. Okay. I mean, he done went in bed with both hands. Janice do the paperwork and give it to him, and he's still kissing up. Now, then he won't know have I kissed the hand of Jesse.
Hey, now I did do this though. I mentioned SCLC because I had hit up a while. I said, look, Attorney Mathis, what's the address of SCLC? A few minutes later, she was punching these keys.
Right. She know what to do. I told you that. But now, let's look at several things. I'd like to, one thing, commend the City Council of the City of Atlanta, who gave me an opportunity to speak, and they did adopt part of the statement that I made concerning not putting a policeman on the Citizen Review Board.
And they did vote to have the Citizens Review Board with subpoena power.
Yes, and I also felt, but I didn't get a chance to express that. I didn't feel like an attorney should be on that Citizen Review Board for this reason. Since they are on the Citizen Review Board is under the guidance and more or less say of City Council, they could use City Attorney and then put someone else in that place. I felt because of Mrs. Johnson, the way she was murdered, should have been somebody from that community serving on that Citizen Review Board. But hail to the King is here, and I appreciate the City Council giving me an opportunity. Now, the problem of it is getting Vernon, the CEO of DeKalb County, to put a Citizen Review Board. But yet he found it necessary to say he's running for re-election, but this time he planned to run for a position, a higher echelon.
Senator, isn't it?
Yes, he wants to run for senator, and yet he don't want to give justice to the black woman who was murdered by the police.
Yes, exactly.
He don't want that issue to come out.
Right.
Now, what my problem is, truth be told, Vernon has always did the bidding of the white folk in Buckhead.
That's right.
And I don't care what nobody says. Now, I live in DeKalb County, and I'm coming.
You can't be a politician and not do the bidding of white folk. Come on now.
Let's look at it for what it is then.
All right.
Now he wants to run, but yet my thing is, if a black cop had killed a white woman, old hell would have been paid. Now, when the black cop threw the lady down out at the airport,
right,
the city of Atlanta ended up paying $350,000